Hello again, everyone. This is the Hall of Famer, Director Marlon Green, urging you to stay positive because when you're negative, you do negative shit and you tend to be insensitive and jealous of other people. Let me give you an example of what not to do. If you have bright students in your class, you acknowledge them because if you had good grades, you'll want the teacher to acknowledge you. There are a lot of dishonest and dishonorable people out there. An example of dishonest is Barack Obama. An example of dishonorable is Dr. Boyce Watkins. The reason why I say this about Dr. Boyce Watkins is because he has a complex, and I found this out early by participating in many of his classes. It's more advantageous to take Dr. Boyce classes if you're not going to go to college or to get a leg up on college. But depending on just that information, and missing the leadership and missing the social challenges that need to be met, he's just a regular leader to me. You can be outstanding in one area and be imbalanced in another area and use your strengths to confuse or delay or deceive people. No one's imperfect, but if you can say D1's name, D1's is not in the Hall of Fame. D1 has a record deal, and he hasn't broke bread with nobody in New Orleans, and he used New Orleans as a platform, and he's from Baton Rouge. Comparing me to D1, I don't have a 4-year degree. I have a 4-year degree equivalent. I just need one class to get the actual degree because I failed accounting 3 times. I'm not afraid to say I failed accounting 3 times because I can't fucking do it. What's disrespect is when you can't do it and leading on the people that you can do it, like Barack Obama. Nobody likes Barack Obama like the mainstream media does. His whole life is a fraud, and most people in Chicago likes to deal with fraudulent activity from my experience. I can't speak for everybody else, but I don't get along in the city where niggas always trying to sell pussy and run game. I'm a straight up stand up guy, and I'm going to tell niggas what's good. And they're not going to talk me out of my game plan if I don't want them. And so, lacking leadership, it shows, because if you're the person that has knowledge that needs to be passed on to other people, whether you like them or not, you're supposed to tell them. Now, black people like to blame white folks and everything, but my own professors act like bitches towards me, and I'm in the Hall of Fame. You know what that shows? It shows poor leadership, and we Army have better leadership because the new lieutenant outranks the first sergeant, and the first sergeant is the one that really takes care of the company or the platoon. Okay, now if a new lieutenant is installed, even if that command sergeant major been in there 20-30 years, he still outranked them, and so they're still supposed to listen. Now they may have valuable experience, and that's where the even exchange comes in there. There's exchange for leadership, for experience. Dr. Boyce Watkins, you'll only get a one-way conversation, and that's mostly met with women. And what's a business parasite? A business parasite is someone that makes businesses just to compete with you and ruin you because it's easier. That's a business parasite. Making a business to mimic others and take their profit away instead of pioneering copyright and publish intellectual material. You publish and copyright your books. What about the other shit? And when it comes to ideas, intellectual property, intercultural property, I have the advantage, okay? And I'm not going to hold knowledge based on whether I think it's okay and I know it's going to help my people. And so you can talk the talk, but you can't walk the walk. And if you don't have a marriage system, you're just adjusting on the fly. How the fuck are you going to adjust on the fly with all of these skill sets that people have, and you're not going to remember thousands and thousands of people with the skill sets? What makes me different from Dr. Boyce Watkins, I'm not using hate to sell my material. And unlike the Nation of Islam, I'm not using hate to sell my material. You all can say Ice Cube name. Ice Cube is an inferior leader compared to me. You all can say T.I. names. I did twice the time T.I. did under harder conditions with no money. Show some fucking respect. And Dr. Boyce Watkins brings up Jay-Z and brings up Puffy as being admired as good business leaders. Now, I'll give Jay some good business sense, but he'll use you, and his lyric skills are not number one anymore. You can see my art skills are still number one, and people don't comment because they expect me to do well. Pay me, motherfuckers, because the people that you all hiring are very inconsistent sissies, and every time y'all see me, you hate on me. You got wives, you got girlfriends. I don't have none of that shit. Just like Cynthia McKinney, PhD, we are dedicated to helping people, not fucking people over, using them, and use hate to motivate them. I'm better than that. And so what's a business parasite is? A business parasite is somebody that mimics your ideas and make businesses against you just to slow you down, and they would not rather use their own creativity to make gains. Instead, they'll use your ideas flooded with cash, hire a bunch of bitches, and squeeze you out. That's what America's real problem is. I had international experience. They only visit for a week or two. How the fuck you gonna give bitches in Egypt business jobs before me? How the fuck you gonna make business ideas go to Africa and try to sell rice after I done already said that African Americans could catch opportunities like that? Y'all doing the same shit the white folks doing. Exploiting us, complaining about other people, but you do underhanded moves. Motherfuckers, I don't need you either. You've been bouncing ideas off of me for years, and you will never admit it. Man, fuck y'all bitches. And guess what? Chicago region is not the only region competing for reparations first anymore. Now, I'm going to do for my state, and I'm going to do for people that deserve it, not people that fucking beg and always wanting something to be done for them for free. Fuck that. Nothing is life in free. Pussy is not for free. And Donald Trump is trying to be like me, using my war strategies, using my social strategies to win, and can't hire a fucking soul that don't make $1 million or so. That's his Achilles heel. He thinks everything is going to be done by billionaires. They're going to leave everyone out like the grassroots leaders like me, knowing on the ground I'm kicking everybody's ass. He's borrowing my ideas, getting gains, but still losing because he can't sustain the tactical momentum. And Mike Pence has been shown favoritism, and y'all show me some fucking respect because I'm better than all the talk show hosts put together, and you know that. And when the bitches got their eyes on me, they don't want fuck with y'all little dick ass. They want the one with the biggest nuts, and that's me. And I'd rather have bigger nuts than a bigger dick, because bigger nuts comes with courage. Yeah, y'all niggas scared. We the first ones to get the Confederate statues down. What's taking y'all so long?